God bless homeless veterans.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to go out on the sidewalk. You can't be up here.
I'd like to stay where I'm at.
Well, I'm gonna have to ask you to move down to the sidewalk.
It is not private property. This is a public building.
Okay, and what's going on there? There are homeless guys in front of our courthouse. He's literally in front. He won't go to the sidewalk. He said it's not a private property or whatever.
Bushes, you know. Yeah. Where'd you get yours? God bless homeless veterans. If I don't move, are you gonna arrest me? Be careful of your next words.
One or two things can happen. Either you can walk the streets all you want, or I call Velpo and you can deal with them.
Can you guys call your supervisor? Your supervisor? Your supervisor! I hope they can save you from a lawsuit. I really do.
So once you start going closer to the main entrance, and if you're causing any type of see, and I know
was I doing that? You guys are gonna sit there idly and not educating? You getting that? Maybe that's why you're not a cop, because you can't understand simple logic. What's up, Pata fam? This video was recorded in Valparaiso, Indiana. This is the courthouse that I went to after the jewelry store Karen called the cops on me. And here I went with a different style of audit where I just held a sign quietly. As you will see from this video, I was just standing on the public sidewalk. I wasn't blocking anybody, barely spoke to anyone. And when I did, it was just simply, God bless homeless veterans. And after a few minutes, the security guards came out to brush me off the sidewalk and make me go stand further away from the area that I was standing at. And I feel like that was unconstitutional. Check out the video. I won't be too long with this intro. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Still working on the body cam footage, which they're holding back unless I pay an extremely high amount, $150 per body cam, which is ridiculous. So anyway, check out the video. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Let's go.
Afternoon.
How you doing?
I'm good.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good.
We're not asking anybody for money or anything, right?
I don't want to answer any questions, man.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to go out on the sidewalk. You can't be up here.
Why?
Because the sidewalk's public property. This is not.
This is a courthouse?
Yes, it is, sir.
Wouldn't that be public?
It's semi-public.
Oh.
So you're free to stand out on the sidewalk, though.
I'd like to stay where I'm at.
Well, I'm gonna have to ask you to move down to the sidewalk.
If I don't, isn't this public?
It is semi-public, sir. This
What is
government
semi-public? It's government property, right?
It is semi-public. So you're gonna have to move down to the sidewalk.
I don't know what semi-public means.
It means I can tell you can't be here.
You sure?
Yeah, pretty sure about that.
I don't think so. I think the American flag is right there, and it's the public property.
And that's what I abide by.
If I don't move, are you going to arrest me? Be careful of your next words. I'd be very careful if I were you.
I'm not gonna arrest you.
Okay. Would you charge me with the crime?
What's that?
Would you charge me with the crime?
No, I'm just asking you nicely.
Well, I'm politely saying no. I'm going to stay on the public sidewalk, on public property, and spread my message peacefully and quietly.
Okay.
Have a good day.
You too.
You try this horse shit. I don't know if he's going to try to get some more reinforcements to come and intimidate me. What the hell is semi-public? Semi-public. Well, people just come up with shit in their mind and just make it up. It's semi-public. I'm pretty sure the sidewalk is public on the government building. God bless homeless veterans. We go around too.
What's up, man? The only issue we have, you're on private property right here. It belongs to the county. You can go anywhere on that sidewalk. It's fine. You just can't be
This is
around.
not private property, it's public property.
It belongs to Porter County,
Which is public.
and it's not.
It is.
So one or two things.
McDonald's is private.
One or two things can happen. Either you can walk the streets all you want, or I call Velpo and you can deal with them.
Do what you want to do. I mean, long as you're not threatening to arrest me or charge me with something,
No,
I would
just-
like to be free to stand on public property and have my spread my message.
This is still in order.
It can't be public and private.
If you're going to
It's got to be
do,
one or the other.
if
Let
you're
the sergeant talk.
if you're going to do
Don't
all
tell
of
me what
this,
to do. I'm speaking too. I'm not your
if you're
dog.
if you're going to do this, you got to have a permit.
No, you
Okay,
don't.
on
You don't.
on this property you
No,
do.
No. You're wrong. You don't have to have a permit to have free speech.
No, you don't. But to be on our property, you do. We do
Public
this
property.
we do this every Friday. We have people going down to the commissioners, getting permission from them to use our property
For what?
to protest.
They don't need a if they're over a certain amount of people. I guess if it's some kind of organized event, that's a little different. But for an individual to stand on a sidewalk and spread a message, they don't need a permit.
Yeah.
That's not freedom, is it? Is that freedom of speech to you? If I
So
gotta go
you're-
ask somebody's permission to go to say God bless the homeless veteran?
To use their property, yes.
It's open. It's time, place, and manner. It's in the middle of the day. You're open. You have benches. It's available for
Yeah.
the public to be
and,
here.
And you see how the public is reading. They don't have signs or anything like that.
So you're saying, but for my expression, I
Right.
could be here.
Yeah.
That's unconstitutional.
No. Either go down
You're
to
saying
the,
it's public, but since you don't like my sign
there's
or
nothing-
my
nobody-
message,
nobody
I just
said
said, but
anything.
for my expression, you said yeah. So if I was doing what she's doing, I'm able to be here.
Sure.
So if it wasn't for my expression, I'd be fine
But
sitting there.
she's sitting there at our picnic tables, okay? But you're walking in front of the building and back and forth. I saw you over
not-
there. I
I'm
saw
not
you over there
impeding anybody.
by peddlers a few minutes ago.
Yeah, I'm not stopping anybody's movement. I'm not yelling at anybody. I'm not causing a disturbance. I'm very
So do you want
quiet
me
and
to-
peaceful.
Do you? I know. I understand that. And you're a veteran.
I'm not getting into personal questions.
Okay,
It's irrelevant.
it's irrelevant. But you're on county property. We're asking you
Which
to
is
step
public
off it.
property.
No, it's not. It's not.
No,
public.
we
It
can
is
ask you to leave.
absolutely.
We can ask you-
if I'm breaking the law.
No, we can ask you to leave.
You can't just ask me to leave because you don't like I have a MAGA hat on or
No,
something.
we said we don't like it.
I'm just saying you can't
Velpo.
ask for just any reason. You have to have a reason. I have to be doing something to be kicked off of public property, such as yelling at people, creating a disturbance, peeing on the
Where'd you get your law
bushes.
degree
You
at?
know,
Yeah.
where'd you get yours? It definitely was longer than 6
Master's
months.
degree. What do you got?
In law? I don't think so.
Now we're asking you nicely to leave. Now we're going to have Velpo come.
Like I said, under threat of arrest, threat of being charged, I'll leave. But if you're not threatening me with that, I believe I have a right to be here peacefully on public property, not causing a disturbance with anybody, just spreading my message. That's all I'm doing.
But we're asking you.
Okay, well, I decline. If you're asking
Well, then
me,
we're going to call.
if you tell me I have to leave under threat of arrest, I'll walk off right now.
We already told you that.
No, you didn't. I asked
Go on
you.
the sidewalk.
That's not the same as you'll be arrested if you don't.
Officer that was just in Superior Football for the hit and run.
Are you telling me you'll arrest me or I'll get charged?
telling you
Okay, I gave
Okay,
my
that's
testimony, so
my
I'm free to
question's
leave
very
after.
clear.
Telling you can't be here.
You should be.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay,
but you're
I just
asking me to
wanted to
leave.
make
Are
sure,
you
'cause
telling
I've
me I
never
must
done
leave under
anything
threat
like
of,
that, so I was just
under
wanting
power
to
of
make
authority, the
sure.
law?
I don't have to give you
Extra
that.
sure, so.
Yes, you do.
should be all right.
The one thing is a
Okay,
request,
thank you.
another one is a demand.
Obviously, you don't know the law.
I do know the demand. I know if you ask me something, it's not the same as you giving me a lawful order. I know the law much better than you,
we
apparently.
are asking for your compliance. That's
Okay,
it.
you're asking, and I'm declining.
Okay.
If you, under threat of arrest, tell me I have to leave, I'll leave.
Shouldn't have to be a threat of arrest.
You shouldn't
Well,
have
there's
to.
levels to everything. One, you can cordially, you can ask me for my ID. It's one thing to ask, it's another to say you will be arrested if you don't provide it. I don't know if you can make that jump in your mind, but it's not the same thing.
Failure to comply with a lawful act is a crime, sir.
I'm asking you, is it a lawful order?
It is a lawful order.
So
and
you're
failing
giving
to
me a
comply.
lawful order to leave.
Yes.
Okay, I'll leave. I told you that. If you threaten me with the lawful order, I'll leave. But can I get your name? D-Ball, because you'll be held responsible.
Sure.
Okay,
Sergeant
D-Ball,
Malave,
I'm out.
Officer
And you're
Ball.
telling me under lawful order I have to leave.
Yes.
Well, under threat of arrest.
Didn't say that. I said
Okay, but lawful order. So you'll say I violate lawful order if I stay, right?
Yes.
Which is arrestable or chargeable. So you will be held accountable for that.
Absolutely.
And you're fine with it. Be fine with it when you're getting a deposition.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate
No, no, thank you to it. You're a constitutional, a bad person because I have a freedom of speech. You're kicking me off of public property.
Thank you for your
And I was quiet, minding my own business, telling people to bless the homeless veterans. That's all I did.
God bless him. I agree with you.
No, you don't agree with that because you're telling me to get lost or I'm going to get in trouble.
That's what I said.
Because you don't like my message. You'll see.
Thank you, sir.
No, no, thank you to it. You're a tyrant. Feel free to call the cops anyway if you want to.
Wednesday, August 13, 2025, 14:10 and 02 seconds.
Central Dispatch. Hey, it's Bundy from the Valpo Courthouse. I was wondering if you can send over a Valpo unit. This guy is on our property with a homeless sign. He won't leave.
I'm sorry, I don't know who this is.
Lundy from the Valpo Courthouse.
Okay, are you a jail officer or?
I'm a court security officer.
Okay, hold on 1 second. So at the courthouse on Lincoln Way?
16 Lincoln Way, yep.
Okay. Okay, and what's going on there?
There are homeless guys in front of our courthouse. He's literally in front. He won't go to the sidewalk. He said it's not a private property or whatever, and he won't leave.
And who is this? Male, white, black, or Hispanic?
Hispanic male, red shirt, has on sunglasses.
Okay. And he's in the front on Lincoln Way there?
Yeah, in front of the courthouse.
Okay, we will get dispatched out.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Did you guys call the PD? Did you call the PD?
I did.
Are they on their way?
Shoot me.
I hope they can save you from a lawsuit. I really do. I would talk to your superiors, man. You're screwing up. This is totally legal on public property. Can you guys call your supervisor? Your supervisor? Your supervisor. Not you, your supervisor. Are you able to do that? Oh, look. Man, they failed miserably on this one. Oh, they fucked up. They might get a lawsuit on this one. They just kicked me off of a public sidewalk for quietly holding a sign. I think this guy knows who I am, and like I told you, you guys are going to probably end up in a lawsuit. It's public property, brother. You sticking by that?
So what are they saying going on, bro?
They're saying I was quietly standing there just spreading my message with the sign, and they told me that I can be here without the sign. The only reason I can't be here is because I have this sign, which is a violation of my First Amendment right.
So you're for managing of the safety of the building. Obviously, you're allowed to be on the sidewalk.
I'm allowed to be there too.
So once you start going closer to the main entrance, and if you're causing any type of see, and I know you're not trying.
Was I doing that? Was I causing a scene? Did I do anything crazy? Was I yelling at anybody?
No.
Was I blocking anybody? Did I do anything crazy? I was quiet. I was just standing like this. That's it. That's all I did. I understand if I go up there and act a fool,
Yeah.
I have to leave. I'm not a dumb person. I get
No,
that.
I'm not saying you're dumb.
What I'm saying is I didn't do that. They don't have a reason to kick me off of public property. I wasn't doing anything illegal or anything. So why are you kicking me off of public property when I was quietly holding my sign, spreading my message? But you're telling me where I can't spread my message. You're violating my rights. You can't see that? If I'm quietly standing somewhere peacefully spreading a message, you can't bully me and say, go over there and spread your
I'm
message.
not bullying you.
Exactly what you did. You told me lawful order him.
Private property.
It is not private property. This is a public building.
Walmart with that sign they asked you to
This
leave,
is
same
not.
thing.
This is.
It's a government. It's owned by
This
the
guy
federal
works for
government.
you guys,
fine.
and that
You're
dumb.
fine.
Like this is not. This is public property, not private. You
Do
don't
have
know
business
that?
here?
It's not a private
business
business.
here?
I pay taxes to
Do you have
fund
business
this.
here?
This is public.
As long as you're down here, we have no issue with that.
He-
I mean, that's just
Nobody can help this guy. Like you guys are gonna sit there idly and not educate him. He really thinks this is somebody's house.
So
doesn't
even though
understand this is a public property.
You're right. It's a public facility, right? So
Right.
it allows people to come in to do court business, stuff like that. But it is still a property in which that they have a what would the technical term be?
There are custodians
There you
over
go.
it.
See, you're a very intelligent
There
man. So-
is time,
Yes.
place, and manner restrictions on free speech. I have to be in a time, a place, and in a manner that is not violating anything. So if I come here when the place is closed down and there's no trespassing, that's time restriction, manner, how I conduct myself, right? And place, where I'm at. I'm not inside of a courtroom doing this. I'm out on the public sidewalk. That's a public sidewalk. They have benches there for people to sit. It's open to the public. But they're telling me I can't be there because they don't like my message.
You are free to file a lawsuit if you disagree.
Oh, you don't have to tell me that,
You're
brother.
also
I know.
free to call the commissioners and get a permit so you can walk.
I don't need a permit
Yes,
to
you do.
stand there. You need a permit to have a gathering. I'm not gathering with
You
anybody.
can talk to the commissioners about that.
Oh, they're going to be talking to you about it.
I'd love to talk to
So
them.
I'm legally not allowed to go on this property. I'll be arrested or charged, right? If I go in there with my sign, you're going to charge me or arrest
a
me.
lawful request,
No, not
Stay out on the
request, a
sidewalk.
lawful order.
a lawful order, whatever you want to call it.
No, there's a
Either way.
difference between a request and an order. Is there not? You can request my ID, but that's not the same as legally required. Is there a difference, yes or no?
There's a difference.
Okay, do you understand? Are you getting it? Maybe
But
that's
here's
why
what-
you're not a cop, because you can't understand
cop.
simple logic.
But
You're
a cop
not on
for
the street
37
like
years.
this. You're not on the street like this because you should know that. You should know there's a difference between the two. You should know there's a difference between a lawful order and a request. If you don't know that, go back to law school because you failed miserably. If you're telling me I can't be here legally, that's different than saying we're asking you to leave. So one's going to get your ass in hot trouble. Believe me, hot water.
Sir. So as long I get you're frustrated, man, but just so we're
Yeah,
clear,
I'm not going to go
you're
back
good.
on there because
I appreciate that.
I don't want to go to jail or get a ticket or anything
get that.
else.
Yeah.
But he's messing up because I was quiet on the public sidewalk and I didn't yell. I didn't do anything wrong. He has no right to tell me I can't be there. I have every right to be there just like anybody else.
Fair enough.
That
So-
lady has every right to sit there peacefully reading her book, and they can't just come and kick her off because they want
and
you.
you're right, because I wasn't here
That's
from
what
the, from
they're
the
doing
get-go,
to me.
right? So what
You
I'm
should
coming
defend
on,
my rights.
and I feel that. But here's the thing, too. Right now, obviously you're upset with them because
I'm not really upset. I'm
I know,
just
but
getting it through to him.
I'm
trying to make it a point because he's thick.
And you can get to by kind of having the back and forth. That just makes them more uneasy and makes them want to reassure.
It doesn't
so
matter
they do
what
I
they
know,
think
too,
and how
sir.
they feel.
I get
It's
that.
about rights. I'm sorry, Buster.
I know. You're good.
It's
I
about
know
rights.
You're a passionate guy, and I appreciate
It's about rights. It's about rights. You should tell them, as long as this man is not causing a disturbance, he's not blocking the entrance, he has every right to be on a public sidewalk quietly spreading this message. As an officer that's upholding my constitutional rights, you should go inform them of that because they are about to end up in a lawsuit. Because they are literally kicking me off the street because of my sign.
So, and with this building, right, that's the county courthouse.
They can't do it willy-nilly, man.
So we're the city officers, so they're in our jurisdiction, right? But the building is a county-owned building, so how they decide to operate, that's on them. That
If
doesn't
they
go
said
on.
we don't want him here because he's black, would you
Exactly.
say have the same passive stance, or would you
No,
say,
absolutely
man,
not. That's
it's
100%.
the same thing? They're violating my rights.
Understandable.
They're violating my rights. They're violating my civil rights, and you're letting it happen.
Well, I'm not letting
It
happen. I'm
doesn't
saying
matter that it's a county building. It matters that they're telling me under the threat of jail or getting a citation or whatever, that if I stand there quietly with my free speech, peacefully, just quietly on a public sidewalk, that I'll get in trouble for that. And you're not backing me up. You're literally saying I can't
you're
do.
allowed to be on the sidewalk and
That's a
spread your-
sidewalk, sir.
Okay, but once that walks into the easement, into the entrance, and if it's causing issues with blocking traffic,
That's
foot
not
traffic
the
and
truth,
stuff,
though. I mean, if you got to embellish the situation in order to hang your hat on a fence, then it's wrong. I didn't do that. They didn't even claim I did that. I asked them directly, did I do any of that? They said no. So you know that's not the issue. If that became the issue, now we have another situation. But that's not this situation. I was sitting to the side, quiet, peaceful, not doing anything wrong. So why would I get kicked off?
I don't know.
See my point?
Okay. How about that?
I'm not a fool. Like, I know how to do it. Like, I know if I go up there and you motherfucker,
yeah.
you know, I mean, I
Caution
get that. Like, I need to go. I understand. I'm not, believe me, I'm very smart.
Yeah.
I know exactly what I'm doing. And I go up there just like this. Quiet. Hey. And that's it.
And let me ask you, when you were first here, where exactly were you? Initially?
By the plants.
You're kind of
on the right.
plants? Okay.
I kind of walked around a little bit. I kind of walked over here. Just kind of walked around this area right here. I didn't block anybody. Didn't harass anybody. I didn't really speak to anybody.
Okay. And I will say, just again, not specifically for you, usually with anyone who's doing any type of protest or exercising your First Amendment rights to free speech, right? Typically, everyone is always on this outside sidewalk. They typically
must
aren't
not.
allowed-
They must not
like you
bully
said,
them,
this could be maybe a miscommunication of how they could they maybe have explained it better, possibly.
Well,
right?
you said a protest.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I know what a protest
yes,
is.
but even just the exercising the rights, obviously we want to allow that, right? But I've never seen them allowed all the way up here outside of larger gatherings that do have the permit, and then it kind of can come up on the lawn. But typically they allow all the, because we have it, all throughout where they do the anti-abortion, the political stuff,
Right.
all that. And it's always on the outskirts, all four corners. You can cover all around.
Yeah.
It's just they typically don't like when you're going up there. Again, not saying you specifically. They don't like doing that because then if there is someone who's causing problems, it's making when people are coming in and out of the building, it can make them uncomfortable. Right? Not saying you specifically. And that does that make sense?
I get
at
what
least?
you're going.
I appreciate that.
I understand your point, but sometimes freedom is uncomfortable, man.
I get that. Fair
If they wanted to have access here, they could gate this off and have the entrance controlled here. Once you allow it to be public and you have benches, like, okay, let's substitute the sign for a shirt that said, "I love Trump." Right? Just take the sign away. Shirt, "I love Trump." I'm just walking around just like this man, just right in that area. And they said, "You can't be here. You got to go down to the sidewalk. You like Biden." Sorry. Would that be right?
Probably not. Right?
Same
But
thing.
I get that.
You get
But
it?
I think,
the only thing is it's on a piece of cardboard.
and I think that's one of those weird little, like
Get
once
it?
you start holding the sign, it's
Right.
more of like, versus just wearing a t-shirt is
Right.
a fashion statement versus holding the sign here, you are saying something, right? You're trying to express it a
All
little
I'm
bit
saying
more than-
is,
I get
God bless the homeless
and
vet.
I'm with that. Can I fist bump that?
I'm not asking
Yeah,
for
you-
money.
I get you.
I'm not yelling.
bless.
I just spreading the message. God bless the homeless
Absolutely.
veterans. Why would you
appreciate
want to
that.
kick me off the street?
I
I
don't
mean,
want
off
to
the
kick you off the
sidewalk.
street, right?
Not
I know.
not you, but why would somebody
I get that.
want to say, you can't say that here. You have to go over there, even though it's open to the public. If it wasn't open to the public, that'd be different. But it's open to the public, clearly. You can see everybody walking through here. There's no restrictions. Why restrict me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think you answered a little bit your own question. I think it's physically just having the sign, right?
Right.
And it
Which
would
legally doesn't change the picture for them.
I get
There's no ordinance against cardboard. You get what I mean?
I get you.
The fundamental thing is they don't like me holding this sign and they kick me off of public property. That's it. I didn't do anything else. But hey, it is what it is.
It is what it is. I appreciate you at least being
Yeah.
able to have a conversation with me.
Are
And like
you
I said,
going? You're going to allow this though? You're not
I'll-
going to correct them
I'll talk
or
with
tell
them.
them, hey, maybe
Here's the
you
thing.
shouldn't do this? Because
I'll go talk with them. But again, it is their building and they operate
It's
it.
a people's building.
I understand that, but in terms of my at the Valparaiso city level versus this a county
I would tell
building,
them to contact the city attorney and check because they might get themselves in trouble.
I'll talk
I'm
with
trying
them.
to. It's not my
Yeah.
goal, but if it's not corrected, then I will proceed legally.
Yeah.
Because they're literally stomping on my rights. They're literally saying, "You got a sign on public property that we don't want to see. Get off of here." That's literally what they're doing. I mean, there's no jelly. That's truly what they're doing. They're saying, "We don't like your sign. Get the hell out of here."
I'll talk with them. I'll see if
Okay.
they're willing to kind of make. But in the meantime,
Yeah,
do
I'm
me a
not
favor.
going to
I
go
know
into
you're, and
public.
I appreciate.
I'm not trying to go to jail,
you know-
brother. I mean,
And I
believe me,
deal with
don't wanna
people all
go
the
to jail.
time. I gotta say it, even though I don't think you're.
I
Gonna do that.
understood.
So
Yeah,
I appreciate.
I'm not going to go on their property
you're good, man.
because I don't want to get arrested. Yes, sir. Will they make the right choice? Will they not? Fam, I don't think they're going to make the right choice, but we'll find out. God bless homeless veterans.
out of here.
So I still can't go on there? Okay.
I talked with them. Basically, what they're saying is when they even when they have people with permits, they don't want anyone out closer by that door because it's impeding foot traffic, right?
No.
Whether we agree with it or not, that's their policy.
I wasn't doing
right?
that, though.
Okay, well, they said you were close to that main door.
No.
Whether
That's a lie to sell it. That's all that was.
Well,
I didn't
just-
block anybody.
okay.
Nobody had to walk around me.
Yeah.
That's all lies.
Okay.
It's to sell the violation.
Understand.
That's
But-
not true. And I'm recording everything.
Okay,
So
that's
that's
fair, and I'm recording too. So
not
it's all good.
true. That is
So-
absolutely. And it doesn't matter if they were saying, hey, you're blocking the door. Why didn't they just come out and say, sir, you're standing too close to the door. People are having a hard time getting in, which isn't true. But let's just say that was the case. Then why didn't they say, just go stand over there? Why do they say I got to come all the way down to the sidewalk and this is private property and I can't be on it? You know what I'm saying? Like
I get
that's not blocking the door. That's saying get the hell out of this property.
I get that.
So and
But-
that's a lie. I wasn't blocking.
But either way, I appreciate you at least being
Okay.
cooperative with us and just
Okay.
sticking to this sidewalk here. But any other questions for me, sir?
It is what it. Hey, I
It is
just
what
say
it
one thing. I mean, I know you're in the middle of it. Hey, normally I don't give a cop this much props, but you good.
I appreciate that, man.
You're
Thank
good, man.
All right,
You have a
guy,
good.
man.
You're gonna look
Stay-
good,
stay
man.
Cool. It's
They're not
hot,
gonna
too.
look so good. I wish you to stand up for my rights, but hey, I know you can only do so much. So,
It's all good, brother. I
all
appreciate
right,
you.
you take care. All right.
Thank you, man.
All right. All right. So this is a fail, guys. They told me I would be that they give me a lawful order to leave the public part of this courthouse, the public sidewalk, the benches, the open areas that anybody could go to, that I can't be there because of my sign. Any attorneys in Indiana that would be willing to help me pursue this, please reach out. My contact information's in the description, of course. Appreciate it. But for now, this is Prove All Things. We want to keep it pushing down the highway.